There's two challenges. The first is the world has changed in major ways, changes affecting the structure of families, the nature of jobs, and the nature of skills. And the first big challenge is how you adjust social protection institutions to reflect those changes. For example, in the post-war years, men and women got married and stayed married, and the man was the breadwinner and the wife looked after the children, and the man was typically in a long-term full-time employment contract and had acquired his skills when he was young, and they would last his entire lifetime. Now, you have only to describe those changes to make it clear how much the world has changed. Family structures are more fluid. People's connection with the labour market is much more varied and changing than it was in the past. People need more skills, more diverse skills, and skills have a shorter shelf life so that people need retraining. And you've got to design social policy institutions to reflect that much more fluid and dynamic world. So that's the first major challenge. The second one can be expressed much more briefly. It's how you pay for this range of benefits. In a world where you've got population aging and where technological advances make what healthcare can do more and more wide-ranging, but also more and more expensive. So you've got design pressures and cost pressures. I think the fundamental insight is that because people are no longer in full-time, long-term employment as the dominant model, tying social insurance contributions to a person's employment status doesn't work as well as it does in the past. So one should be moving away from payroll taxes as the primary way of paying for social benefits and instead financing them from broader-based taxes that are unconnected with a person's employment status. I'd like to see policy moving away from payroll taxes to more broadly based forms of finance. I would like to see more work done on use of modern technology to make electronic payments. For example, that instead of taxing people's income, people's pension contributions are based on their consumption. So whenever I use my card at the supermarket, 1% of what I spend gets sent to my pension fund. They've already got smartphone apps like that. It's in their early stages, but I'd like that to grow and develop. And the third thing I would like to see is increasing emphasis on early child development. We've had a lot of work on that, and there is increasing realization, but it needs to be continued, widened and deepened. Early child development is absolutely fundamental.